Hi, and welcome to the Parkland Challenge 2018. We're Final Four day today. So far, we know Blue Ridge is in our finals, and one of these two teams will be in our finals, Mahomet and Centennial. Let's meet the teams, and then we'll get started with our game.
Isaac Soloveitchik, Jr.
Dermot Riley, Senior.
Amy Paul, Junior.
Brett Hancock, Jr.
Henry Moore, Sophomore.
Kayla Israel, Sophomore.
Ritu Dave, Jr.
Ben Dahl, Senior.
Tony Cosimini, Senior.
Nick Morrow, Jr.
Charles Bozell, Jr.
Carly Pope, Jr.
Trinity Reeves, Jr.
Carolyn McHugh, Senior.
Okay, which of the traditional 5 senses are dolphins believed not to possess? Mahomet, Nick.
Smell.
Smell is correct. The Long Riders, a movie from 1980, used real-life brother actors to portray 2 sets of Old West outlaw brothers. Who were these 2 sets of outlaw brothers? Those were the James brothers and the Younger brothers. In food preparation, what do you call it when you soak or saturate something with salty water? Mahomet, Bet.
Brine.
Brining is correct. The slogan advertising this food as "It's what's for dinner." Centennial Amy.
Beef.
Beef is what's for dinner. In Shakespeare's play, specifically, how does King Hamlet die? Mahomet, Tony.
Poisoned?
Yes, be more specific there.
Stabbed with poisoned sword?
No.
My character's mixed up. That's embarrassing.
Does he get that?
Need an answer?
Just say murdered.
Poison, but it was poured into his ear as well.
Oh,
How many times is the word egg mentioned in Humpty Dumpty? Mahomet, Tony.
Never.
It is not mentioned. Correct. Name the poet. The caged bird sings with a fearful Mahomet Ben.
T.S. Eliot.
Not T.S. Eliot. You guys confirm?
Are you finishing?
Yeah, I'll finish. Okay. The caged bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown but longed for still. Need an answer?
Angelou.
That is correct. What do the initials ROI stand for in business? Centennial Amy.
Rate of investment.
Not rate of investment.
Return on investment?
Return on investment. What was the name of the Eminem single that set the world's record in 2013? Centennial Dearman.
Lose yourself?
Not Lose Yourself. I'll finish you guys. Set the world's record in 2013 for the most words used in the song.
Rap God?
Rap God. What plain state has Home on the Range as its state song? Centennial Brett.
Wyoming?
Not Wyoming. You guys can confirm?
Nebraska sounds good to me. Nebraska.
It is Kansas. Marie Antoinette was born as an Archduchess of what country? Centennial Brett.
Austria?
Austria is correct. What geological period followed Jurassic? Mahomet, Tony.
Cretaceous.
Cretaceous is correct. American novelist and short story author whose work included The Violent Bear, In a Way, Everything That Rises Must Converge. Centennial Isaac.
Hemingway.
Not Hemingway. Yes, can you refer?
Fitzgerald.
Flannery O'Connor. What does NASA stand for? Mahomet, Nick.
National Aeronautics Space Administration.
Correct. What TV show takes place in the fictional city of Quahog, Rhode Island? Mahomet, Tony.
Family Guy.
Family Guy is correct. From ancient Mesopotamia, this long-form poem is often regarded as the earliest surviving Centennial Amy.
Epic of Gilgamesh.
Yes. What is the name of the man who led the Branch Davidians in a clash with law enforcement in Waco, Texas in 1993? It ended with the death of 80 people. It was David Koresh. What country provides Cuba with most of its new cars and computers in exchange for sugar? Centennial Isaac.
Japan.
Japan is correct. In which state was the first oil well drilled in the United States? Mahomet, Nick.
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania is correct. Who developed and patented the electrical telegraph in the United States Muhammad Nick.
Morse.
Samuel Morse is correct, in 1837. What computer company was named after a founding member's memories of spending a summer in an Oregon orchard? Centennial Amy.
Apple.
Apple is correct. What popular doll did Ruth Handler create in 1958? Centennial Brett.
Barbie.
Barbie is correct. Which opening regulates the amount of light entering through the lens? Centennial Dearman.
Aperture.
Aperture, yes, the lens mechanic. What do Tom Glavine, Greg Maddox, Randy Johnson, and Roger Clemens all have in common? Centennial Dearman.
All pitchers.
No, more specific.
They're all pitchers for the Giants.
No, you guys can confirm?
They're all pitchers for the Cardinals.
No, they're the only two pitchers to win 400 games since 1990. And probably the last four pitchers that will ever do it. What British entrepreneur uses the word virgin in his company's names? Centennial Dearman. Need an answer? I'm sorry, you guys can confirm?
Richard Branson.
Sure.
Richard Branson.
Richard Branson. What pioneering pop singer died in a plane crash on February 3rd, 1959? Centennial Brett.
Buddy Holly.
Buddy Holly is correct. Okay, it's time for this round's video question, which goes to Mama.
This question is brought to you by the Parkland Athletic Department. On April 20th, 1986, Michael Jordan set the NBA playoff record for points in a playoff game. How many points did he score?
It's under 100.
This is good.
60.
In a 135-131 loss to the Boston Celtics, Michael Jordan scored 63 points, scoring the most points ever in an NBA playoff game.
Very close on the video question. Back to the end of the first round. In the novel To Kill a Mockingbird, what is the full name of the character who goes by Scout? Muhammad Nick.
Jean Louise Finch.
Jean Louise Finch is correct. After he died in 2018, this physicist's PhD thesis, Centennial Brett.
Hawkins.
Hawking, yes. What M word is a malignant tumor associated with skin cancer? Muhammad Nick.
Melanoma.
Melanoma is correct. What old TV show was made into a movie starring Will Ferrell? Would you find Chakas and Slee Stacks? Centennial Dearman. No answer, you guys can confirm?
Chakas, not Slee Stacks.
Got anything?
It's not.
Need an answer?
I was going to say Elf. Elf.
No, Land of the Lost. Land of the Lost.
You got the
The Pale King was the final novel of this Centennial Dearman.
David Foster Wallace.
David Foster Wallace, yes. Who expected to be paid £2,000 for surrendering West Point? Mahomet Tony.
Benedict Arnold.
Benedict Arnold, yes, to the British. Pittsburgh's tallest building, the 64-story USX Towers, is owned by what metal company? Muhammad Nick.
Carnegie Steel.
Not Carnegie Steel.
I don't think it's called
U.S. Steel.
U.S. Steel. Sally Field won an Oscar playing a real-life labor union organizer in what 1979 movie? That movie was called Norma Ray. Norma Ray. The reaction where two atoms of hydrogen combine to form an atom of helium is called what? Muhammad Nick.
Nuclear fusion.
Fusion. What coin collecting association has initials ANA, exhibits a dazzling coin collection in Colorado Springs? It's the American Numismatic Association.
Of course.
What Illinois town is associated with white squirrels? Muhammad Nick.
Rockford.
Not Rockford, no. This is the firm?
Oh, yeah, no.
Kankakee.
No, only Illinois. Who is president of the Confederate States of America? Muhammad Tony.
Jefferson Davis.
Jefferson Davis during the Civil War. The First Amendment guarantees free speech. The Second Amendment guarantees the right to bear arms. What is the purpose of the third? Muhammad Tony.
It outlaws quartering as soldiers.
Yes, correct. This British-born rock superstar's final album, Black Star, Centennial Brett.
David Bowie.
David Bowie. It was released 2 days before his death. What TV puppeteer gave the world Lamb Chop, Charlie Horse, and Mahomet-Tony?
Jim Henson?
Not Jim Henson. No, you guys can for it. Lamb Chop, Charlie Horse, and Hush Puppy.
Puppeteer isn't Jim Henson. What's his name?
Need an answer?
Johnson.
No, Sherry Lewis. Sherry Lewis. Can't be that many puppeteers. Come on.
Yeah.
What is the most common name in the Bible? Shared by 32 people in the Old Testament and 1 in the New Testament. Centennial Isaac.
Joseph.
Not Joseph. You guys can confirm?
John. Maybe Mary.
John.
Any answer?
John?
No, it's Zachariah. Before Jesus Christ Superstar, Andrew Lloyd Webber wrote another Bible-based musical. What musical is that? Mahomet-Tony.
Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
That is correct. Obergefell versus Hodges is the Supreme Court ruling that did what? Muhammad Nick.
Legalize same-sex marriage.
That is correct. What color jacket does the winner of the U.S. Masters, Centennial Isaac?
Green.
Green. Monotrims are a group of mammals distinguished by what? Centennial Amy.
They can lay eggs.
Yes, they are egg-laying. The only national park dedicated to the performing arts is in Vienna, Virginia. What is its name? Centennial Isaac.
Like Jamestown.
No. You guys can go further?
Performing arts. I don't know any performing arts nationally.
The Vienna Park of Performing Arts.
No, it's called the Wolf Trap Farm. Stefani Joanne Angelina Germanati is the real name of what provocative American singer? Centennial Brett.
Beyonce.
Not Beyonce. You guys can go further?
Sure.
Gwen Stefani.
No, it is Lady Gaga.
I think I heard that.
What is the name for a protein that acts as a biological catalyst? Centennial Amy.
Enzyme.
Enzyme is correct. The European polecat was domesticated into what animal? Centennial Brett.
House cat.
Not house cat. No, you guys can talk.
Polecat. Aren't they like, I don't know. Like a.
Need an answer?
Like mouse or cat?
No, it was a ferret.
I think
Okay,
they're
that's the end of
long.
our first round. We'll tally up our scores, and we'll come back with the lightning round right after this.
I like that dual credit classes are challenging and that they prepare me for college.
I'm going to major in materials engineering at the U of I. Dual credit classes gave me a head start on my college education.
Okay, after one round, Centennial 160, Mahomet 190. Let's get to our lightning round. What is the deepest lake in the United States? Mahomet Trinity.
Nick.
Oh, I'm sorry, Nick.
Crater Lake.
Crater Lake is correct. Who is Ebenezer Scrooge's clerk? Mahomet-Tony.
Bob Cratchit.
Bob Cratchit is correct. Who wrote the young adult vampire romance novel Centennial Derby?
Stephanie Meyer.
Stephanie Meyer, yes, Twilight. What man dressed in gray rode a horse named Traveler? Mahomet Trinity.
Gandalf.
Not Gandalf, no, Robert E. Lee. Which baseball team won the first World Series championship in 1903? It's the Boston Americans. What fall holiday was first celebrated in 1792? Mahomet-Tony.
Thanksgiving.
Not Thanksgiving, Columbus Day. In chess, which piece only moves diagonally? Mahomet Nick.
Bishop.
Bishop is correct. In what month is the Earth closest to the Sun? Mahomet Nick.
January.
January is correct. What Beatles' son was the song Hey Jude written about? Centennial Brett.
John Lennon's son.
Yes, what's his name though?
Oh, Julian Lennon.
Julian, thank you. Name a former Chrysler line with the same name as a famous explorer. Former Chrysler car with the same name as a famous explorer. The DeSoto. From which country does Buddhism originate? Mahomet-Tony.
India.
India is correct. Where is the traditional running of the bulls? Mahomet-Tony.
Pamplona, Spain.
That is correct. What is the most common color used in M&M candies? Mahomet-Tony.
Red.
Not red, it's brown.
Oh, I
Counts for 30% of them. What is the fruit of the beech tree called? It's called a beech nut. Who was President Obama's Republican opponent in the 2012 Mahomet Nick?
Mitt Romney.
Mitt Romney is correct. Who was the first billionaire in the United States? Mahomet Tony.
J.P. Morgan.
Not J.P. Morgan. John D. Rockefeller.
Yes.
Who was Hillary Clinton's running mate? Mahomet Tony.
Kane.
Yes, Tim Kaine in 2016. Who came first, Socrates or Plato or Mahomet Tony?
Socrates.
Socrates, yes. When setting a table, which side does the fork go on? Mahomet Nick.
Left.
Left is correct. A flamboyance is a group of what animal? Centennial German.
Flamingo.
Flamingo. Yes. What classic novel begins with "Call me, Muhammad"? Ben.
Moby Dick.
Moby Dick is correct. Okay, that's the end of our lightning round. We'll tally up our scores and be back with our final round right after this.
I'm enrolled in the dual credit AYES program. I'm currently taking electronic control and advanced engine performance and chassis electrical systems. Tell your friends about dual credit. It's a great program.
Okay, after 2 rounds, Centennial 190, Mahomet 260. Let's finish up our game. In traditional Chinese medicine, which name is given to the pathways that qi or energy flows? Is it chakras? Mahomet Tony.
Chakras.
No, I'll finish for you guys. Chakras, meridians, or continuum.
Yeah.
Meridians?
Meridians is correct.
That's just like the essence. That's
What is the
what
name of the
is.
coffee shop where the friends, Mahomet Tony?
Central Perk.
Central Perk, yes. What politician agreed to cough up $432,000 in back taxes in April of 1974? Mahomet Tony.
Spiro Agnew.
Not Spiro Agnew. You guys prefer?
Oh, it's Nixon's first vice president. What's his name? No, not Ford. What's his name?
Ford.
No, it was actually Richard Nixon.
Oh, it's just Nixon?
All right,
The oldest parliament in the world belongs to what country? Mahomet Tony.
Iceland.
Iceland is correct. What did the original crash test dummies, the original teddy bear given to Theodore Roosevelt, and Dorothy's ruby slippers from 1939, the movie Wizard of Oz, have in common? Centennial Caleb.
They're all stored in the same place.
Yes, what's that place?
I think it's the National Film Museum.
No. Yes,
The Smithsonian.
The Smithsonian.
Sorry, guys.
Who serves as the narrator of all but 4 of the Sherlock Holmes mysteries? Centennial Dearman.
Dr. John Watson.
Yes, Watson is correct. Robert Shapiro, Robert Kardashian, F. Lee Bailey, Johnny Cochran, and Carl Douglas were all lawyers. Mahomet Tony.
The O.J. trial.
Yes. This vegetable is frequently mistaken for a yam in North America. Mahomet Ben.
A sweet potato.
Sweet potato is correct. What do we call the young of a deer? Centennial Caleb.
Fawn.
Fawn, yes. Cat for acceptable too. What was Malcolm X's birth name? Centennial Dearman. Need an answer? You guys can confirm.
I don't know. I'm very embarrassed.
Malcolm Xavier.
No, Malcolm Little.
Oh, yeah.
This chef is recognized for bringing French cuisine to the American public with the cookbook, Mastering the Art of French Cooking. Centennial Caleb.
Julia Child.
Julia Child is correct. The giant panda is a member of the bear family. To what family does a much smaller red panda belong? Mahomet Nick.
Fox.
Not fox. You guys confirm?
Go with it.
Dogs?
No, the raccoon family. What U.S. national park located in the northwest corner of Montana? Centennial Dearman.
Glacier National Park.
Glacier National Park.
Told
It's
you
the
read
crown
this
of
national
the
park radio
continent.
questions would help.
This design show where neighbors fix up a room in each other's house with the help of a designer and a carpenter just returned to television after a 10-year break. Centennial Caleb.
Trading Spaces.
Trading Spaces. Born in Pennsylvania, this artist spent much of her adult life in France, where she exhibited among the Impressionists. Her work was revolutionary for featuring images of the private lives of women and children. It's Mary Cassatt. What decade first gave us these recording artists? Bill Haley in the Comets, Buddy Holly, Centennial Brett.
The 1950s?
1950s, yes. The Platters and the Coasters. Tierra del Fuego Mohammed Ben.
The tip of South America in Argentina.
Thank you very much. Why did British sailors have the nickname limeys? Mohammed Nick.
They ate limes to prevent scurvy.
That is correct. She was the first woman to win the Academy Award for Best Director. It was 2008's Hurt Locker. It was Catherine Bigelow. What island was involved in the Bay of Pigs? Centennial Brett.
Cuba.
Cuba is correct. What is the mascot for the Nebraska football team? Centennial Brett.
Cornhuskers?
Cornhuskers is correct. Woodward and Bernstein were credited with breaking the Watergate story. What newspaper did they work for? Centennial German.
Washington Post.
Correct. What crime is committed in Dostoevsky's Crime and Punishment? Centennial German.
Murder with an axe.
Murder is correct, yes. How did Alexander Hamilton die? Centennial Caleb.
Shot in a duel.
Yes.
Okay. The duel entire rap.
Which detective story writer created the character Tuppence Beresford? Muhammad Tony.
Agatha Christie.
Agatha Christie is correct. What film director made the movie Boogie Nights, The Master, Magnolia, and There Will Be Blood? Centennial Caleb.
Hitchcock?
Not Hitchcock, no. You guys can confirm?
No idea. Just a guess. Go with something.
Kubrick?
No, P.T. Anderson. Hibbing, Minnesota calls itself the world capital of what important mining ore? Muhammad Tony.
Aluminum.
Not aluminum.
Go iron, yeah.
Iron?
Iron is correct.
Okay, never mind. They're both wrong.
Okay, it's time for this round's video question, which is for Centennial.
This question is brought to you by the Parkland Athletic Department. On April 16th, 2018, she became the first American woman to win the Boston Marathon since 1985.
Anderson.
Desiree Linden made history at the 2018 Boston Marathon, breaking a 33-year-long streak where no American woman had won the race.
Okay, tough video question. Let's finish up our game. Savannah, Georgia has a museum dedicated to Juliet Gordon Lowe. What famous organization for girls did she establish? Centennial Amy.
Girl Scouts.
Girl Scouts is correct. This American artist's graffiti-like work grew out of a New York street culture. Centennial Dearman.
Keith Haring.
Keith Haring is correct. What day is Thanksgiving celebrated in Canada? It's in the second Monday. I'm sorry.
No, you said it.
Second Monday of October. Which golf club will give you more distance? Muhammad Ben.
Driver.
Not driver. I'll finish for you guys. A 3-iron, a 5-iron, or a 9-iron?
Yeah, the 9.
Yeah. 9-iron.
No, 3-iron. Alphabetically, what is the last nation on the official United Nations country list? Muhammad Nick.
Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe is correct. In music, the space between one musical pitch and another with double its frequency is called what? Centennial Dearman. Need an answer?
Octave.
Octave is correct. Yes. What did the letters of the former communist country USSR, Muhammad Tony?
Union of Soviet Socialist Republics.
That is correct. Who won a Pulitzer Prize for Angela's Ashes?
Oh, gosh.
It's Frank McCourt. Frank McCourt. What breed of dog with a city in its name is the only breed of dog developed? Muhammad Nick.
Boston Terrier.
Boston Terrier, developed in the United States. Traditionally, the term caviar refers to salt-cured roe of which fish? Muhammad Nick. Need an answer?
Salmon.
Not saying. You guys think sure?
Yeah, I was about to do it too.
Sturgeon.
Go with it.
Sturgeon?
Sturgeon is correct. This musician was banned from Saturday Night Live from 1977. Centennial Dearman.
Sinead O'Connor.
Not Sinead O'Connor. I'll finish the question for you. From 1977 to 1989 for performing the song Radio Radio during a live broadcast.
Oh, God.
Elvis.
Be more specific?
Presley.
No, Costello.
Almost half right.
What is the name of the chemical compound that dentists use as laughing gas? Muhammad Ben.
Nitrous oxide.
Nitrous oxide is correct. Originally a Viking fishing village, Copenhagen became the capital city. Mahomet Tony.
Denmark.
Denmark is correct. Who are the two surviving Beatles? Centennial Brett.
Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr.
Correct. Name the technology, a theoretically incorruptible digital ledger of transactions that underlies cryptocurrency, such as Bitcoin. Centennial Amy.
Blockchain.
Blockchain is correct. Who described the impending Persian Gulf ground war as the mother of all battles? Centennial Brett.
Is it H.W. Bush?
No, you guys can confirm?
The other Bush. No, probably not.
Was Kissinger still around?
Maybe.
You answer?
Kissinger?
No, Saddam Hussein.
Oh, duh.
Turned out it wasn't. Which of these movies did Kevin Bacon and Kiefer Sutherland both star in? A Few Good Men, My Dog Skip, or Quicksilver? Centennial Dearman.
Quicksilver.
Not Quicksilver, you guys can confirm?
My Dog Skip. Sure. My Dog Skip.
No, it was A Few Good Men.
I didn't know Kevin Bacon was.
This famous Chicago theater company was founded by Laurie Metcalf, Terry Kinney, Jeff Perry, and Gary Sinise. Centennial Caleb.
Second City.
Not Second City, you guys can confirm?
That's what I was going to say. I don't know. The Chicago Theater Company.
No, Steppenwolf Theater.
Who do you think guess?
As a protest to Hollywood's portrayal of Native Americans in film, Marlon Brando, Mahomet Tony.
Wounded Knee.
Not Wounded Knee, I'll finish for you guys. Marlon Brando declined an Academy Award for his performance in what movie?
Lone Ranger.
No, Godfather.
Oh.
In 1783, the first free flight of hot air balloons carrying a human occurred in what city? Mahomet Nick.
Paris.
Paris, France is correct. The Chihuahua is a breed of dog believed to originate from what country? Mahomet Ben.
Mexico.
Mexico is correct. What Wild West icon was a soldier, a scout, a hunter, and had a Wild West show? Mahomet Nick.
Buffalo Bill.
Buffalo Bill is correct. What actor plays the role of Raymond Reddington in the American crime thriller television series called The Blacklist? Mahomet Tony.
James Spader.
James Spader is correct. What is bubble and squeak? Mahomet Nick.
Animals.
No, not animals. You guys can confirm if you like.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Onomatopoeia.
No, it's a British breakfast made from boiled potatoes and cabbage. The only national park in the northeastern United States that is, and this is the nation's second most visited. What park is it? Centennial Amy.
Arcadia.
Acadia, yes, amazing. What English engineer is credited with inventing the seat belt? It's George Cayley. Okay, that's the end of our game. We'll tally up our score and tell you who's going to our finals right after this. Well, a really great game. Centennial 400, Mahomet 440, which means Mahomet will move on to play Blue Ridge in our final game, which will be right after this. So stick around.